Hey everybody, welcome back to my virtual campfire. I'm the Wingman and I probably should not be doing today's video. I'm not in a very good mood and I'm sure I'm going to be all over the place, but I am just bombarded with these conflicting people, points of view, argumentative people, and I'm going to read some comments, I'm going to respond to them, but I want to start out by thanking you for joining me today, putting up with me around, as I say, this virtual campfire. I want to tell you a story about my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law would be almost 100 years old now, but she was the most argumentative human being I ever met in my life. The most negative, snarky, critical, ungrateful. Isn't this horrible to say? Her daughter is the opposite. My mother-in-law was not a very likable person. My father-in-law was wonderful. He was kind and thoughtful and funny, and he was just a great guy to be with, and thank God my wife took after her daddy. But every time I try to do anything, have any kind of intelligent conversation, or, I'm not always right, and sometimes I become a contrarian. But she was so negative constantly. And it reminds me of what I see on the social media, on Facebook and on YouTube. And so, one of the companies that I work with, I love, is PPL Motorhomes. They are a huge, enormous consignment RV dealer. I love these people. I love their business model. Nobody's perfect, but they do a fantastic job at 50 some odd years being number one in RV consignment sales. And so I try to do a couple of times a month a video with the folks from PPL just to kind of get a market update. I did that a couple of weeks ago. And so I started that video out. I believe it was about, I'm going to get onto that one here in a minute. But the PPL one, stand by. Okay, market update. PPL is, as I said, a consignment dealer. And if you consign your vehicle with them, your RV, you don't pay them until they find a buyer that is willing to pay your price. They get 10% of whatever they sell it for. They do everything for you, and I mean everything. And I think that 10% is a very, very fair figure. But that's just me. Not everybody agrees with me. And so this person says, I don't think you need a middleman like PPL. They're just a middleman, costing you money, pushing up the prices of RVs. Put it in your front yard with a for sale sign on it. You keep all your money. How's that going to work for you? It may work for whoever this guy is that made the comment, and you don't have to go through PPL. Hell, you can sell it on your own. Park it down at the grocery store with a for sale sign on it. It's just an option, that's all. And for thousands of people, they think it's a pretty good option. This guy says he responded to this person's comment. He says, I love PPL. I was able to look at Airstreams, motorhomes, all types of brands, all at one location. They weren't pushy. They were unbiased as far as the sales price. That's on the owner. The salesperson was able to get them to drop their price a little bit. It was a genuine, great experience. I like the huge, unbiased selection of RVs all at one location. So you got somebody on one side of the spectrum and another person on the other side. It's the Wingman and his mother-in-law. And I promise you, if I was over here, she would be over here. It's like no matter what I say. Do you know people like that in your life? That no matter what you say, somebody's going to argue with you. You can say that tomorrow is whatever, Sunday. And they say, no, tomorrow's Monday. Well, no, today's Saturday. No, today's not Saturday, it's Tuesday. And no matter what you do, people want to argue with you. And it seems like it brings out the worst of people on social media. Here's another one. It says, PPL doesn't do anything you can't do yourself except be the middleman and take your money that could have stayed in your bank account. Are you kidding me? PPL, let's see, that you're an individual, you can compete with PPL. Can you get your RV exposed to, 500,000 real people every single month? I don't know, maybe you can. How much time is that going to take you? Can you accept a trade-in? Can you find financing for people? Will you have the thing cleaned and ready to show every single day that PPL is open? Your RV is there for somebody to look at. You want to do that? You want to invest that much time on your own to sell your RV? That's fine. You can do that. Do you have the same access to real-time data that PPL does? I say you don't. I don't care who you are. Nobody, in my opinion, has better access to real-time data than PPL Motorhomes does. They sell every kind of towable and motorized RV there is in 5 different locations from around the country, and no one has their finger on the pulse, so to speak, of the used RV market more than they do. So again, this is just people just want to argue and nitpick, and again, I told you I wasn't in a very good mood today. Another video that I did was talking about the hard truth, the responsibilities, flags in campgrounds. You may remember that one from several weeks ago. I had a lady that wrote in, I think it was a lady, and she was very offended at seeing Trump flags in the campground. I mean, very offended. And I wrote her back, and I did a video on it, wrote back a response, and I thought it was a measured, somewhat kind response. It wasn't super ugly, but then again, you've got people that are so polarized. It was unbelievable. Somebody said, perfect response, I mean, thank you. I agree with the exact response you sent. Feel sorry for a person with such hatred. Please continue. We're behind you. There's more of us than them. At least I pray for it in November. I don't know if there's more of us than them. I want to believe there is. I think there used to be. Response is, I don't think it's hatred so much as fear. Listen to this. People that are so afraid of the other side. They hate the other side. It's because of fear. Each side is afraid the other side will win and change their world without accepting that there is no us versus them. There are not two sides, just different opinions, and a lack of tolerance for much of anything more. Too many people are angry. Patience seems to have disappeared. Civility and common courtesy are rarely seen in day-to-day life. We need to teach our children to be true to themselves and to question and to think. That comment was from my friend Ron Birds, the RV Lemon lawyer. But it's so profound, so true. Why do we want to argue so much? Is there more to it? Do you think that we are having, somebody's pulling our strings, our emotional strings, pushing our buttons? I do. I don't believe the things that I hear from the government. I don't. I don't believe that things are as, I do believe that we could go to World War III really quick and it ain't going to last very long. And the ending is going to be really, really bad. But I don't believe that the economy is good. I don't think so. I don't think that we are as safe as we are led to believe. I can't remember who said it. I may have dreamed this, but somebody recently was talking about the RNC and the DNC. And you might go, why are you talking about politics? Because everything is about politics. I think it is. I think you can look and connect politics to just about anything in life. But this person said, if you looked at movies, for example, did you go see Oppenheimer? The movie Oppenheimer. I did not. Haven't seen Oppenheimer, but heard it was a great movie, a very serious movie, and it was a realistic movie. Oppenheimer. Did you go see Barbie? Anybody go see Barbie? Well, those are two movies. They were both very, very popular, wildly popular, very profitable. But one of them had an audience over here, and one of them had an audience over here. How many people went to see both movies and said yay to both of them? I don't see very many would do that. Now, I didn't see either movie. But this person was writing, said that the DNC and the RNC were like Oppenheimer and Barbie. How do you get people to get along and agree to anything when you can't agree on anything? That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Why do we have to fight? It is part of the plan, I have to believe. It is part of the plan to control us. When one side of the political aisle believes in joy and hope, I think it is fear and hatred. It's not joy, it's not hope. It's hiding, it's fear. They're so fearful to talk, to listen, to have to respond, to be responsible for their answers. They won't debate openly. They have all these conditions, all these rules, because why? They're afraid. They are afraid. And when you call them out on that, guess what? You get attacked. You get attacked. The other side just wants to be heard. Why is the conservative side of the political aisle growing? Why is that? Why do people like RFKJ come over to the Trump side? And don't be my mother-in-law. Don't say, well, the Democrats tried to get him or he tried to get in with the Democrats. Why are people like that? Why are people like Tulsi Gabbard going to the conservative side? They don't want hope and joy. We all want hope and joy. We do. But not balanced with some realism, some honesty is really damn hard. People don't seem to want the truth. They want to be lied to. They want to believe a lie. I can't do that. I've been told that this channel would grow a lot more if I just start lying to people. Lie to them. Tell them what they want to hear. A lot of other channels do that. I can't do it. Thank God I've got enough to sustain me. If not one person ever watches my video, if not one dealer ever wants to work with me again, I will be okay. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to be a person that is trustworthy. I don't have all the answers. But for us to believe that we're either Oppenheimer or we're either Barbie and refuse to have a conversation, I believe that the Democrats need to open up and have an honest conversation. I think that personally, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has got some really good points. Kind of a whack job in some things that I see, but some really good points, at least worth listening to. No wonder the Democrats were getting him off the ballot. They didn't want him to run for president. No way. You know why? Because they can't pull that man's strings. They can't do it. And I'm going to say this, I hope that this video does not get banned. But my concern is that when former President Trump had said 8 years ago, basically, that he is going to open up the files, the assassination files on RFK and John F. Kennedy. He's going to open them up, and we're going to see what's going on. Nope. I believe it was Mike Pompeo said that, no, we're not going to do that, Mr. President. We don't need to do that. We need to kick it on down the road. Leon Panetta did it. Mike Pompeo did it. It's been happening since before I was born. After World War II was over, the secrets began in this country. The secret agencies began. You cannot have an effective democracy. You cannot have an effective United States of America with secrecy. You cannot do it. Yeah, we've been lied to, and we're continually being lied to. We were lied to about the vaccines. We're lied to about the virus. We're lied to about who our enemies are. We don't try to get along. We instantly look for the quickest way to get the fastest buck in our pocket. It's done in the RV world. It's done on Wall Street. It is done with doctors. It is done everywhere. And nobody wants to hear the truth. And you may say, I want to hear the truth. Well, let me tell you something, pal. And I mean this affectionately. You and I are in the minority. Most people don't want the truth. What was the line, Jack Nicholson and A Few Good Men? You can't handle the truth? Most people can't handle it. My concern, my fear, my worry for others, and myself as well, but hey, I can sleep on nothing. I can live on nothing because I have for a long time. My concern is that the big one's coming, and I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be an economic crash. I don't know if somebody's going to start out with one of those little, a small little nuclear weapon, just a little one, and we think it's going to end at that. No. I don't know if it's going to be war. I don't know if it's going to be the economy, another pandemic, a natural disaster. But I think that our almighty God upstairs has got something in store for us that's going to absolutely shake us to the core. Our 401ks are going to seem like nothing. It's going to be ugly, it's going to be bad, and it's going to hopefully wake a lot of people up. My concern is most people are asleep and they ain't ready for it. I'm probably not ready for it. But I am ready to have an open discussion. Try to see some civility on social media. I demand answers. It's just ugly. And in my view, it's wrong, but it is common. How can anyone... I probably have nobody left watching by now, but how can anybody who is a Democrat say, hey, I'm okay with hope and joy. Somebody will make the right decision. Hey, yay! How can anybody do that and really feel comfortable about it? Are they that clueless? Or maybe am I that just ugly? Maybe all we do have to, just sit back, let somebody else do it. I heard somebody use the analogy about, like little kids back in the day, you may remember, that you could put your kid in a car seat in the back seat with a fake steering wheel. They drive and pretend they're driving the car. Remember that? Isn't that the way we are? Come on, you guys go vote. Your vote matters. Woohoo! And we go the same place they want to take us. Am I angry? Maybe. Am I disappointed? Terribly. I want to be optimistic. I want to have conversations around this virtual campfire. Man, my wife and I just came back from a cruise, and I got a lot of people I'm trying to get back with. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you for your input. I'm not going to quit the YouTube channel anytime soon. I have no plans to do that. And I have no plans to do anything other than just be me. And if nobody wants to watch, I am okay with that. I got thick skin. It don't matter. I'm concerned for others. I really am. Because I think people want to believe in lies. They say they don't, but then you just look at what they do. They're led down these primrose paths that lead to destruction. I see it in the RV world all the time. Don't you see that? People believe a salesperson that has their own best interest at heart, not the customer. And then the customer gets all pissed off when they have to, live with the consequences, the responsibility of their bad decisions. It's time to slow down, spend a little bit more time, I think, listening, asking questions, and then really listening for the other side. I got my master's degree from, courting my wife and dealing with my mother-in-law. I would talk about wildlife and conservation and the economy and responsibility, and whatever position I took, she was always on the other side. And when it got too uncomfortable, she would sometimes start crying and say that I was being ugly. And maybe sometimes I was. I don't think I was, but maybe I was. So again, I told you I shouldn't have done this video today, but hey, if you joined me and you stayed with me till now, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you feel my pain. And try and have an open mind. Look, if you can sell your RV on your own, do it. If it works best for you, do it. If you want to use one of the RV dealers I trust, do it. But try to look at all the possibilities. Who can you trust? Trust is in very, very short supply, at least in my opinion. Again, thank you for watching. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, hoping that you will be the best wingman, best wingwoman, the most honest human being you can be, that you'll be kind and thoughtful and strong and open-minded and sensitive and committed. Put one foot in front of the other no matter what. And be prepared. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.